Hellas Rally is a very well-known rally in Europe.
Just bring your gear and enjoy Greece and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the people.
The Hellas Rally Raid, one of the greatest rallies in Europe, celebrated 10 years of extraordinary action in 2022, with this year's special edition taking place from the 23rd to the 29th of May. The beautiful town of Loutraki welcomed ambitious drivers and riders, more than ready to enjoy a rally which, over the years, has gained a well-deserved reputation. The Hellas Rally Raid, part of the FIM Off-Road European Series, is the definition of an international race, attracting competitors from every corner of the globe. Passion for motorsports is what connects them all. Over 300 participants from more than 29 countries arrived for a 7-day challenge, full of adventure in the remote mountains, forests and valleys of Greece.
This year was the biggest edition we ever organized in the history of Hellas Rally. To my belief, it's the biggest rally raid ever organized in Europe. In terms of participants, we managed to reach 280 motorcycles and 45 SSV. Well, this year the entries were faster and more than we ever had, so we were forced to stop the entries on the 8th of April for the first time in the history of the rally.
The route is suitable for moto, quad and SSV and has everything: stones, mud, dust, river crossings, forests, grasslands, valleys and more. From sea level to altitudes reaching 2,400 meters. A bivouac covering an area of 14,000 square meters served as the headquarters.
For Hellas we come since 2017. We love it for many reasons. The terrain, the landscape is fantastic. The people here are fantastic, but mostly the organisation is very good. The road book is very good. The safety is very good. All our riders know that they can push hard, and if there's a problem physically or mechanically, there's always help close by.
What makes this rally so special is the fact that it's open to everyone. Despite demanding challenges for the most experienced participants, it's also accessible to ambitious drivers and riders who want to experience a rally raid. Doing so in a majestic location like Greece only enhances the experience.
Our original concept was based on the original concept of rally raids. It's massive sports, it's sports for everybody. It's not elitistic, it's not very expensive, and it's open for all type of riders, all gender of riders, all colors of riders, all origin of riders, and most important, of all level of riders.
It's my second year this time in Hellas Rally, and I came here because I heard that it's a good rally also for beginners. It's not only for experienced riders. And so I decided to pick the Hellas Rally last year for my first rally overall.
Day one of the event included a 100-long prologue that kept its promise of intense driving and delivered some amazing moments, high in adrenaline and tension. The rocky terrain was an extra challenge for both participant and machine, giving their best till the finish line.
Today was the first day. It was prologue, so it was for us something like to learn the style of the rally, the style of the Orga team. It was a little bit harder than we expected. Fast sections, also technical sections.
My strategy was kind of to try to go a bit fast, keep a good pace to try to make up some spots. But I didn't really know what to expect for this being my first ever rally. But I managed to pass quite a lot of people and eventually make second place.
An opening ceremony marked the first day in Loutraki. The participants had the chance to spend time together ahead of a long week, showcasing their vehicles made to conquer the carefully designed routes. The starting point for the second day of the Hellas Rally Raid was the beautiful village of Clemente, located on the green slopes of Mount Ziria at an altitude of 960 meters. The participants were subjected to an endurance test of 340 kilometers. The beautiful sunny weather gave a magical sheen to the vast spruce forest. Whilst trying to get used to the alpine landscapes and the rocky paths, riders today had to deal with two more challenges: high temperatures and steep descents.
This morning we started 23, and at the naturalization we were the first on the race, so it was really grateful for us, because yesterday we had some problem of structure and belt. And this afternoon we were not as good at this in the morning, but we didn't miss any point, and it was a very good day.
The reputation of the Hellas Rally Raid goes hand in hand with its challenging nature. It allows the participants to discover more about themselves, their skills and limits. This is particularly the case with riders selecting the Male Moto category, in which they need to ride and prepare their bikes without any assistance.
Male Moto category is a category reserved to rider ride for sure, they ride the race, but they prepare the bike before and during the race without any assistance, no mechanic guy, no team around the rider, and I have my tool, my bike, me, and I ride during the day and I work after the day.
The difficulties are obvious for those who choose the Male Moto category. It doesn't only demand pure driving skill, but also the experience and knowledge that will allow them to fix any issue that might arise after a long, tiring day. It's a challenge that reminds us of the classic motorsports, when drivers and riders had no big supporting teams and were used to combining their skill set with the ability to maintain the vehicles by themselves.
I choose to ride the Male Moto category for the challenge. In the past I ride with mechanic, with team in some race like Morocco Rally or Dakar. So in this rally I want to try other challenge.
The special stage planned for day 3 of the Hellas Rally Raid was cancelled due to safety reasons. All the participants were able to take some time off, relax, enjoy the sun and the sea close to the city of Loutraki, located just 1 hour from Athens. Both participants and engines were able to cool off, gather strength and energy, and prepare for the upcoming marathon stage. It's no secret that Greece has some incredible beauty.
I was talking to my best mate and he asked me, Portugal or Greece? But after yesterday, Greece all day long. Fantastic, fantastic riding, scenery is unreal. It's unbelievable.
I like to do Hellas Rally because this rally is very popular rally. Minimum 300 people and racers coming and raced in this rally.
In these rallies, roadbooks have always been of significant importance, and the organisers provide the competitors with a detailed roadbook that will make their job easier on such demanding courses. Of course, every driver needs to have their own notes, helpful in the process of concluding each racing day in the best way possible.
The road books are excellent. Like, that is really important for me on a rally. Probably up there with one of the best in terms of the quality of the road books, and that makes it really enjoyable. Quite busy road books, lots of turns, but it's mostly on defined tracks, and that makes it really appealing to people that are getting into a rally.
The tracks are really great. They are not too easy, but there are fast parts and there are enduro parts I really like. It's always different, and it goes from sea level up to 2000 meters or something like that. The road book works perfect to the tracks, very less navigation mistakes.
The greatest challenge of this rally is the renowned marathon stage, the biggest one-day rally stage in Europe that represents an extreme challenge even for the most experienced participants. 330 kilometers of intense action across the majestic central Greece peninsula, through the mountainous terrain of Atea under Mount Parnassus. That was the plan for the fourth day of action, with screaming engines blasting through some of the most unique locations Greece has to offer. The participants had to try and make it through with minimal damage, because there would be no mechanical support for them whilst navigating hundreds of kilometers of challenging trails and gorgeous mountain peaks. These landscapes, though, were a reward for everyone.
The marathon stage is always a special thing. It's a special feeling because we are just here in the remote service. It was quite hard, especially at the last 30 kilometers. It was really stony, difficult, very hot, but this is how we like. Marathon stage is really hard because you will have tomorrow again a marathon day, back to the original bivouac, and you have to reserve your power, your resources. So that's the special thing in that, and we cannot do so much service on the bikes.
Marathon stage is 2 days, as you know, and at the end of the day you should do your own service. I will change my tires now, and I have an electricity problem because of the accident. This device doesn't work properly, so I should check them. This is what I can do for now. I hope I will get back to real bivouac tomorrow in Loutraki. That's my aim tomorrow.
The fifth day of the Hellas Rally Raid saw the participants returning to the main bivouac in Loutraki. The longest, warmest and most challenging days so far resulted in many participants unable to face the mighty marathon stage, not reaching the finish line of the rocky route. In the biggest rally special stage Europe has ever seen, all the riders gave everything, with SSV vehicles proving themselves almost as fast as Moto.
Marathon stage, long stages, both days, 300 plus kilometers the first day, 355 kilometers the second day of special test. Beautiful scenery out there, but it was rough and rocky and so many switchbacks that slowed you down. It made it very interesting and very fun. Beautiful Greece everywhere.
In such demanding racing circumstances, accidents are often part of the schedule. But the organisers are always on hand to assist and help wherever a driver faces a problem, despite their careful preparation.
We prepare the car according to the terrain we're expecting. So in this type of terrain, which is really dry and dusty, we don't fit a windshield. While if we, for instance, go to Breslau in Poland, we would fit a windshield to fence off the rain. But here it's just negative for us. So we put on an air scoop as well. Although on the first day we rolled it, so the air scoop is now gone. Sat there for 3 hours upside down before we got rescued. And we broke off one of the shocks in the rear, an arm front shock, but we had all the parts with us, so we worked all night to get it ready and we're racing again.
Even if the riders and drivers are ruthless on the road, the truth is that in the bivouacs there is a great sense of togetherness and companionship, with everyone getting along and sharing moments to remember.
For me, life in the bivouac the last 4 or 5 days has been really nice again this year. You meet new people. We've got a guy from here on the other side who's got his truck from Canada. You've got Lyndon Poskett, a famous guy from the UK with his team. You walk around, all the riders, even if you're competing against them, they all want to help. You want to help them as well. There's no feeling of competition. It's fun. We're trying to all stay safe and also enjoy the beautiful country of Greece and the nature. It's really nice. And yeah, we want to win, but it's not the most important thing.
The female community of the Hellas Rally Raid is getting stronger every year. And among the female participants, everyone can see an impressive level of fair play growing. All the women conquering the rally's roads are eager to see the number of participants increase for the next edition.
Well, I really like to be more women. Of course, I think we're only 15, but I think it's quite more than the women that were here last year. And it's interesting to have more people to go with, to compare, because comparing with men, it's not really kind of fair, at least for the amateur riders. And I really enjoy having more women to share and to talk to in the paddock, in the bivouac, so it's nice. And in terms of women, I believe it's also nice to come here, because if every year more women come, more and more women will like to come and join us.
I think that it's amazing that much more women came this year to compete. Last year we had only 5 women, I think, and this year we are around 15, and I hope that more women will come because it's amazing.
I can definitely recommend rally racing for females, just because it's not only that you can go fast, you need to navigate. There are lots of components. You need to manage your energy, because the days can be long. So it's not only going fast, you have to use your mind.
As the competition edges towards its conclusion, the 6th day was the chance for most of the participants to put in a better performance and improve their ranking. The route was very rocky, but this time much shorter and faster than the other days. Again, the riders traversed amazing mountainous landscapes and vast forests, facing high temperatures of almost 36 degrees.
I've had one stage win. Most important thing for me is just to ride and be safe and finish every stage. Of course, it's really nice to win a rally, and I've never won a rally in my whole rally career, so it would be really nice to win. But it's really easy to throw it away, pushing too hard. So most important thing is to be safe, get the bike and myself to the finish line, and what will be, will be. You know, obviously I'd like to win, but I think to push too hard would be silly at this stage of the rally with one day to go. You can throw it all away like this. I think the best thing to do is just get to the end and have a solid finish.
I have no strategy. I really ride every day without risk, like I know, and we will see.
The final day of the 10th Hellas Rally Raid had arrived. It was a beautiful, fast-paced route through some amazing landscapes just a few kilometers from Loutraki. Near, the unique lake of Vouliagmeni was awaiting the competitors. All the riders gave their everything to finish in the highest possible position, all the while enjoying one of the most beautiful rallies in Europe.
Role of the navigator is really important because, you know, and you have to trust your navigator. You know, I mean, there's a lot of times when, you know, we're lost and we see other people lost or whatever, and I trust him that he'll find us the right way, and he does most of the time. So, yeah, we do okay together.
Julien Jagoux from France won the general classification in the moto category, while Lyndon Poskett finished second, a great achievement considering he was on a rally bike, more suited to faster stages. In the SSV category, duo Hugues Lecam and Max Delfino were the winners, with a final lead of 52 minutes and leading their class from beginning to end. Whilst Lucas Lauda finished third overall in his first ever rally. If his name sounds familiar, it's because he is the son of legendary Formula One driver Niki Lauda.
I'm very happy to do this podium, my first ever rally, and I'm very motivated with that podium, very happy, I cannot even believe it.
The best way to cap off such an incredible event was the awards ceremony that saw the winners receiving their prizes while sharing moments of joy with the other participants. Everyone had a great time, but the organisers have got their work cut out ahead of the next edition, destined to return better than ever.
As long as we are allowed to have a rally raid in this country, Hellas will be growing. Our basic goal is to remain a very well organized and very affordable event. That is the main goal. Safe, fun, but really accessible to most people. For sure, we have to adapt to the future of motorsports, and we will very soon announce special class for electric vehicles.
Another epic edition of the Hellas Rally Raid came to an end. A brilliantly organised event, featuring famous athletes, challenging routes, amazing landscapes, tight battles, and little between the competitors. One of the most well-known rallies in Europe proved what was guaranteed and offered amazing moments.